You want to get started? Yeah?
Good evening, welcome back to the Mancunian way, where City have lost yet again. This time away 2-0 away at Anfield. Everyone's gone into meltdown again. Pep out is trending. The whole world's gone into meltdown. Hey ho. And just thought Tony's going to join us shortly. Just thought we'd get a nice panel. Fee, Alan, and Ozzy. Good evening, all. How are we all?
Good, thank you.
Hey.
Good.
Alan.
Yeah, I'm good. I just woken up. I'm not had much sleep last night, so I couldn't sleep before the game because I was nervous, and then watched the game. The game didn't finish till what time was it? 5 o'clock-ish in the morning. It's now 7:38 in the morning, so I've had about 2 hours kit.
Okay. Good evening to everyone in the chat. Hope we're all okay. So, we'll start with you, Fee. What did you think of the lineup? Because obviously the lineup was very different today. People wanted a bit of a more pragmatic approach, and that's what they got, a pragmatic approach. And then they all still moan about it.
Yeah, you can't win, can you? I was glad Ortega played. That was my shout the other day. I think everyone
I agree.
But I was glad because I feel like we needed nothing. No offense to Edison, I really don't mean it, but I just felt like we needed a change today because even for morale, anything was worth a go. And he's a great shot stopper, and he proved it tonight. So I was happy about that. But a bit surprised there were no wingers when I saw it. That was a bit weird because obviously creativity is what we're lacking. So I was a bit shocked at that. But yeah. I think Bernardo had a good game as well, so it wasn't too bad. No surprises who they rested. So, yeah, it wasn't a big shocker for me, I don't think.
Sorry, did you say Bernardo had a good game?
I thought he did.
Shocked at that.
We are going to disagree tonight, Fee.
Can I say something?
We'll argue, aren't we? What I say is better than lately. Yeah, definitely. I think so.
It was a car crash waiting to happen.
I thought it was shocking.
Let Fee finish.
Let Fee finish. Listen to all opinions. But I thought he was the worst player.
We've all got him.
Just dig that hole, Fee, a little bit more.
I will. I will die on the hill. I've got a soft spot for Bernardo because
see, look, sentimentals come back into it again.
I'm not gonna lie, the guy works so hard, but in the last few games he's been pointless. He just runs around doing nothing like an headless chicken. But yeah,
I thought I did that today.
Well, I thought he managed to create a little bit today. I thought he was better.
He did for Liverpool.
I think at this,
created 2 goals for him. What are you on about?
Yeah, It's the overall contribution, and I felt like today he was better
For Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm surprised there weren't a few own goals there, just to
We're celebrating assists for Bernardo for Liverpool now. That's how crazy he's got.
I'm probably looking away half of it, to be fair. I was probably thinking, God, what am I doing even watching? But yeah. I'm always positive, me.
Should we come to the real big one? Come on, Alan.
When I saw the lineup,
Pep out.
I was fucking furious. Furious.
All right, whoa with the language, sunshine. That's just no need for that.
I was furious because I saw that and I thought, oh my God, Rico's in midfield again. And as soon as I saw it, and I went, we're going to get absolutely murdered. And we did get murdered. I thought the first half, we should have been 5, maybe 6 down. I thought they absolutely destroyed us in every capacity. It started off when Gundogan got robbed of the ball, being about miles off the pace. He was. And the gulf between the two sides was huge. Absolutely huge. I couldn't believe in that first half the difference in the two sides. It was massive. I was pleased Ortega played, and he didn't disgrace himself. He made a lot of good saves, and I think he had to drop Guardiola and Edison after what happened on Wednesday. They made a few mistakes over the last few weeks, the pair of them. So for me, absolutely, we were just destroyed. Second half, we improved, got hold of the ball. But the one thing I will say, we were passing it all right, but I can't remember when we played a positive ball forward until Doku came on and just ran with it. Every single time we went sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards, like an overload of sideways passing. And Foden was guilty of that, and Rico especially. That's all Rico seems to do for me at the moment, is pass the ball sideways or backwards. So we're not hurting anybody. We're not opening teams up. We're playing 30-yard balls to Haaland. He had no chance. I thought, yeah, we were better second half, Martin. I agree with you. We were better. But Liverpool could pick us up when they felt like it. I looked at it and thought, who is up to the top of the league standard now? And in that first half, it proved to me that Bernardo was a car crash waiting to happen. I thought that Núñez is nowhere near up to that standard. He's certainly not a left winger. And I lost count of how many times he got the ball and lost it immediately. Foden doesn't look fit. And when KDB came on, I just think he's finished. I think he's finished now. He can only do 15 minutes now. He looks gone. Looks finished, gone. And if he's not fit after 6-7 weeks of training to play more than 15 minutes, which clearly he's not, he looks like an old man. When he missed the chance with the keeper, it took him about half an hour to get up. He looked old. Walker's finished. To me, he should go in January, and I would consider sitting down with KDB and say, are you going to finish the season? Because he looked miles off it. I support the lads. I'll carry on supporting them, but I use that as an observation.
Yeah, are you sure? You sound like you're topping out Alan off to Chelsea.
No, but mate, we were so miles off it. It was ridiculous. And I'll pass the sideways pass, which is all we did over to Aussie there.
Alan.
Well, rest in peace, Manchester City.
No, so he's got to rebuild it, mate. He's got to rebuild the club.
Rebuild the club. The club now. Rebuild the club. Bollocks to the squad.
The squad needs rebuilding from top to bottom.
Top to bottom. Okay.
Wow.
Jesus.
Alan.
Has Pep signed a 10-year deal?
He'll need to. He'll get a chance to do it.
Be careful now, Mark. You're saying something positive there. You'll upset Alan. Can I just say before we bring Ozzy in, thank you, MCFC, for your lovely donation there, mate. Really appreciated. We'll be back next season. Can't wait for the rebuild. Starts in January. Only updates on DM targets. Things are moving. That's all I've heard, mate.
Good.
Big up to Danny as well, who was kindly gifted 10 Mancunian Way memberships. You are a legend, sir.
More than you believe. More than you believe, I'm happy.
So come on, Ozzy. Do you want to put a bit more fuel on the fire, or?
Well, I don't think I need to put any more fuel on the fire after Alan's absolute emails. Just it feels like he's just buried us. I mean, that's how bad Alan went. Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't think today was great. I think it was awful to watch. I literally was just hands covering my eyes for some of it, because it was just this is just so painful to watch. I don't agree with that. I don't think it's a top to bottom. We need a rebuild. But I agree with a few of Alan's points. I thought the midfield was not good. And when I saw the lineup, I was in the same kind of feeling as Alan, where I thought it's not a good enough midfield to go up against Liverpool. Rico Lewis and Walker, on that same side. We've seen it just been demolished over the last few games, and it's just not good enough. Bernardo Silva was really poor. Gundo, I felt like he tried, and he seemed to play a bit better today, but it's obvious his legs are gone. I would have preferred Nunes in the middle rather than out on the wing, Alan, because at least having some legs in that midfield, I thought would have done us a bit more of a favour. I agree with you, fear about Ortega. I felt like he kept us in the game.
It would have been a tricky score otherwise. If you hadn't made the save.
Yeah, possibly. But I also think Liverpool didn't put their chances away as well. I think they were poor clinically. I think some of their shots, you look at them and kind of go, most could have been saved by most keepers. I thought, in the first half, and especially the first 20, 25 minutes, Liverpool were just playing that old heavy metal Klopp kind of football where they were just
too quick.
Too quick for City. It felt painful. It felt like we were hanging in there by the skin of our teeth, really. Second half, like Alan, we seemed to kind of Liverpool seemed to kind of lose that. They seemed to kind of withdraw a little bit and let City have the ball and play on them, and then play on the counter. But it was painful to watch. I think none of us can turn around and go, that was pretty. That was at least. I think the only positive that can come out is that it wasn't a cricket score. I think that's probably the most positive that we can say, is that at least it was just 2-0. I don't think any of us really thought we were going to go into that game and win.
Yeah. I did. I actually thought we'd sneak a point in this before the penalty.
No, I said a win, not a. I think most of us thought we may get a draw out of it.
How can we get a point when we don't shoot? What all we do is play square balls and backward balls and do not shoot.
But I think we had 2 chances on goal. 2.
Which were KDB, 2-0 down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if KDB squares that ball to Haaland, he's got an open net. That's from KDB, not Haaland.
Mate, he's been the best player we've had for a long time, but he's finished.
that's if buts and maybes though, Martin. You know, it's still 2 chances on goal is
no, but it's also making the right decisions, Ozzy.
Yeah, and this team right now are not making the right decisions. There were some. We didn't kick the ball. We, lost the ball several times. The only time that I felt like we had the game a little bit better in control was when the substitutions came on. With Doku coming in and Savio coming on. Doku was brilliant with his flair and pace, but he couldn't produce an end product, or at least pass for an end product. It was poor. I mean, the team is literally. There's no confidence in that team. There is no. It's just been drained out of them. They're a mess right now. It feels like there's no team. And I'm not saying it's immediately panic stations like, oh my God, we're in a massive, massive crisis. But it's a period at the moment where it feels like, where's the next wing going to come from? It does feel that this team is suffering from. We know that this team can produce results because all the players on the pitch are not bad players. They haven't just suddenly overnight become bad. This team is just dead in its legs. We've got so many injuries. We've got players playing through injuries. And it is what it is right now. And I think we've just, as a fan base, we've of course got to get behind the players and the club. I don't think for an instant that any of us can turn around and go, they're not trying. It's just, it's not good enough because we've come to expect more from our club and our players. But I think we have to appreciate that when Pep's holding up six Premier League titles in the last decade, 4 in a row, never been done before by anybody, that's going to have an impact. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of these players have been through that, have played through the trebles, through the 4 in a row. Some of them go far back as, when Pep first joined the club. They've had this success, and now we've just got to accept that a lot of these players are going to have to go, and we're going to have to rebuild. That starts in January, hopefully, with at least one signing to hopefully kind of bolster that midfield. And hopefully
I think it needs more. I think it needs more in January.
It does need more, but it's whether or not.
You ain't going to get that in January, Alan. Yeah. You need to get realistic and get realistic quick.
But at the moment, we are in this period. It's not the first time that we've been in a position where we're 11 points behind. It feels worse at the moment because it's in a row. It's not over the course of a season. And by the looks of it, it feels like we probably are at a title race right now.
Title goal.
I think. Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, it would have to be Liverpool would have to have a bit of a bad spell themselves, and you don't see it right now. But things can happen. But really, it's looking really unlikely. But it doesn't mean that we can't start fresh at some point. Maybe it's in January where we go on and we, doesn't mean we can't win anything. It just means right now the league is looking very unlikely.
Do you not agree with me about the square balls, back balls? We don't create chances. We don't look like it.
No, I think everyone agrees with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just give you my summary, by the way. I agree with it, Spilly. In the long road, if people think you're getting 4 or 5 in January, give your dads a wobble now. Seriously, you need to go and have a lie down in a dark room. If you think we're getting 4 or 5 players in January, go and have a very long. Just go hibernate for winter. We'll see you again in March because you're not going to be happy. You're just going to piss and bitch and moan for the next 3 months. That ain't going to do anything right now. I'll be honest with you. I thought first 25 minutes we were awful. Awful first 25 minutes. After that, I think we played a lot worse. I think we played a lot worse this season. I think second half, thought we were the better team in parts in the second half. I think when Doku came on, he ran Trent absolute ragged. Hence, he took Trent off. That's why Trent went off, because Doku was cooking him to death. He sent Trent off with twisted blood, which was something Nunes was not doing in the first half. This is my issue with Nunes in the first half. People want Nunes in the midfield. He doesn't keep the ball at close control at his feet.
Doesn't.
What he does is he wants to knock it 5 yards in front and run to it.
Yeah, his chest control is terrible.
And that's why Pepe's not putting him in the middle, because you can't do it. But the trouble is, you look at the goals we conceded today, they were our own silly little faults. We'll start with the first one. Nunes is going forward and forward and forward. Trent's taking the ball off him like candy off a baby. And it was the same ball every time. Now, the reason Ake had to switch with Akanji at that point is because Ake took one straight in the hand, because if it wasn't going to be his hand, it was going to be his bollocks. If you look back on the replay, he was either going to get a thunderbolt in the bollocks, or he had to put his hand there, and he thought he broke his bloody hand at that point. So at that point, what happens is Ake switches in, Akanji goes out to cover him, and they played a square ball out to Salah, and Salah just puts a sublime ball. Kanji's got to get closer to him. Walker and Diaz have got to be closer at the back post.
Well, Walker wasn't tracking that post at any point during that goal.
But there was a few not doing that, was there? Yeah, I'll be honest.
I know, but I mean,
Walker
was at that far post
for everyone. Walker was not the worst player in the City shirt on that pitch today.
No. I didn't say was out, Martin. But what I'm saying is, for that goal, he is at fault, big style. He wasn't tracking Gakpo.
I think there was a few at fault. Thought Ortega could have covered himself in better glory there at the back state. I think Diaz could have helped covered it. Walker could have done better. Kanji should have closed the ball down quicker. Salah has far too much time to put the perfect ball in. Now, the second goal was an absolute dick-up between Bernardo and Rico. Sorry, there was the one before it. We got a warning shot, which was the Bernardo and Rico dick-up, which Salah put over the bar.
Yeah.
Because Bernardo and Rico can't pass water between them at the minute. Never mind a 2-yard pass between them both. And then on the second goal, everyone's having a go at Walker. Well, what's Diaz doing? Back-heeling it like some clever little dick to clear a ball. Because I've never told any of my defenders to back-heel it like that. So Walker has to come through 2 Liverpool players, hits the ball over, hits it, and I'm sorry, I'm going to watch it again, but I thought Luis Diaz took swan dive straight over Ortega. Ortega never touches him.
No, he doesn't.
But it is what it is. And at that point, but I'm sorry, I don't think the second half was as bad as people are letting on, because we were forcing Liverpool back. Yeah, we didn't create a lot, but I've seen us play a lot worse this season. And if you haven't, you're not watching all the City games. Remember, that's Anfield.
I don't think we were forcing them back, in all honesty, Martin. I think it was
what did he take Trent off for, Ozza?
It was towards the end of the game that Trent was taken off. I'm talking about the second half. We weren't pinning them back, Martin. They were letting us have the ball. I honestly, Martin, I don't think we were brilliant in the second half either. I think Liverpool
weren't.
They were not playing at the high intensity they were. If they'd have carried on that high intensity,
Liverpool could have picked us up.
On WhatsApp disagreed with what you said.
Liverpool could have picked us up any time. I sort of agree with half and half there. I thought at times Liverpool could have picked us off at any time, and that's what they were doing. I think they allowed City to have the ball, but you tell me when we passed the ball forward, because I can't remember when we did that. Alan might as well sat in the stand.
What was Doku doing? Running sideways?
Look, when did he pass it forward?
About 10 times in the second half when he was running at Trent and trying to move the ball in.
He was only on the last 15 minutes.
No, he wasn't. He came in on the 59th minute, Alan. Did you watch the game?
Yeah, I watched it.
Doing it
he came on for nearly 40 minutes, Alan.
Mate, he ran with the ball, and then he came back and passed it.
I agree with David Matt. We've taken better teams from building today and lost.
Yeah,
I think you have to give them credit. They played the game well today.
Thought Liverpool weren't that great today.
I think they were great. I said they played a better game than we did. The biggest mistake Liverpool did is they didn't push the sword. They didn't finish their chances, because if they finished more of their chances, Martin, it would have been a 4-5. Neil, let's be brutally honest.
Yeah.
It was only because of Ortega and them not being able to finishing their goals that's the reason it wasn't more. It wasn't because we defended better. Our defending was awful today.
Yeah, Akanji had a terrible game.
Yeah, he really did.
They all looked rushed. When Liverpool had the ball, we looked panicky and rushed.
Yeah, we did.
It was a bad performance. It really was. I get Martin. I get it. Like,
in your opinion,
where
I'm allowed a different one.
I know you are, and I'm not saying you're not mine, but I'm just saying for most of that game, it was a poor performance. There were glimpses where it was a bit better, but really and truly, it was Liverpool's game. Liverpool was a better side. They dominated us for most of the game, realistically.
Yeah. Deserved 3 points. Simple.
I think if it weren't for Nathan Ake, potentially we could have had a few more sellers going in.
Yeah, and that's one reason we all Ake back in that game is because we.
Do you know I look
a better game.
Salah, yeah, he does. Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I just looked at the gap that we need to bridge, and it's only going to happen when we get rid of some of these players.
But which isn't going to be that easy. People think it's not.
Yeah, the miles in front of us.
Liverpool start losing. It's not going to happen at this rate.
No, it'd have to be some sort of big capitulation from Liverpool to kind of lose. And teams have done it though. We've come back and we did it to Arsenal. You know, it does happen, but
not without Rodri. Not without Rodri.
No, it's not just Rodri.
It's a bigger issue than Rodri.
It's a bigger issue than just Rodri.
We're
We've
winning
won games without
Rodri.
Rodri. Yeah, we've won most of the games before he came back. You know, so it's not just Rodri. There's a big mentality problem with a lot of the players.
We've not even got Kovacic. We've got nobody.
Yeah, well, we don't know what's going on with Kevin De Bruyne. We really don't. We don't know how fit he is.
He's not. He's like an old man.
According to Craig, 4 City doctors and a Belgian doctor have scanned him and no injuries shown, which is what is more of a mental issue at the moment. Which is why he can't do more than 15 minutes right now.
He looks an old man, mate. Sorry, but he does.
I wouldn't say old man. I'd just say that he
does look like he's got a mental block. Looks like he's mentally got a block somewhere at the minute.
Well, he's not match fit. That's obvious when he comes on. But I felt when he came on, like when he came on Spurs, you just felt the game was a little bit more in control with him on the pitch. It just felt that way. I'm not saying it was, but it just felt when he came on the pitch, it just felt some of the players felt like having Kevin De Bruyne on that pitch was a bit of a difference.
Was that the game he came off 16 minutes? There was a game where he came off 16 minutes. I can't remember which one it was. And I thought, my God, he transformed the game. I can't remember if it was Tottenham.
I feel like it was Tottenham.
I just felt like him being on, you know, I get that he's not what he was, but his sheer presence just lifted the whole team. You could see it. It's
not when we've got the ball. It's when the opposition's got the ball. We're having problems, massive problems.
Oh yeah, I agree.
But the players don't look anywhere near fit, anywhere near.
Well, we know they're not fit. A lot of them. Some of them are playing through the pain barrier right now because some of them are paying on painkiller injections.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a mixture, I think, with injuries and mentality. You know, some of these players are just shot. You know, and there could be various reasons for that we're not privy to. You know, I think, you know, I mean, I was hearing a bit of an argument to say when Liverpool were going through this period, we were being hypercritical because a lot of their midfield were, you know, on their way out, just like ours is. And they ended up 5th that season in the league. You know, I think that's a genuine place we could finish right now. I mean, I'm hoping we get top 4, but I think we have to accept that things carry on the way they are. We could end up
Do you know what really concerns me?
Still 25 games to go, you know, by the way, guys.
I know. Do you know what really concerns me?
For
Do you know what
everyone's.
concerns
We're not
me?
liking May here.
Do you know what
I've not
concerns
written
me?
them off. I never
I'm not
will.
writing them off. I'm just saying.
Everyone else has.
What concerns me is the former Phil Foden. He looks shit.
Well, Alan, up to tonight, I don't know what doesn't concern you.
He looks shit, mate. No pace, bad passing all the time. Doesn't hurt anyone with any passes. I think he's. They all look gone. I looked at it today. If you're looking on today's performance, Phil Foden was fucking dreadful. And so was Bernardo.
I don't
And I
think
stand
players
up-
can
and I
turn around and
stand
say
up-
they had a great game. No, Alan, I don't think you can just blame one individual player.
I'm not blaming one. I'm not blaming one at all. Kanji had a poor game. Bernardo with a car crash. Phil Foden was a waste of time. And KDB's finished.
There's also a lot of hate going towards Haaland at the moment, and I'm a bit shocked about that because I don't really understand. You know, he's designed to put the goal in the back of the net. You know, he needs the service, and he's just got no service at the moment.
He might as well have started with the City fans because he never got any service throughout the game.
You know, LB says Salah 1 goal, 1 assist. Ake did lock him up, mate. The assist wasn't on Ake, it was on a Kanja.
Yeah.
And the other one was a penalty, mate. On that, tell me what Salah did. Because even Liverpool fans have said that Ake was very good against him today. Ake was our man of the match.
I think Ake slash Ortega in some respects were the two players that I think can walk out tonight and go, I at least did my job to the best I could.
Mm.
You know, everyone else. And Diaz is coming back from an injury. I mean, yes, that back heel, I don't know what he was thinking, but, you know.
Until then, he was playing decent. Yes.
Yeah. But obviously, you know, if you, for whatever reason, you know, it's the whole team right now, that mentality is shot. You know, it's really hard just as one individual player to stand up and make the rest of the team play well.
Top 8 finishes. I mean, some people have absolutely lost their minds.
I want to say something to you now, Martin. I mentioned it a few weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. We won't win a game until January, until we sign somebody.
Oh, so we're not going to beat Leicester then? We're not going to beat Forest. So we're getting relegated in your eyes then, Alan?
Yeah, we'll be getting relegated to that point.
Jesus Christ. This is what I mean. We're going 8 to Z here.
No, I mean, the only thing I will say, Mike, is it's hard to see where our next win will come from.
But Ozzy, no one expected us to do anything today.
Mm.
Everyone was saying 5-0, 6-0, 7-0, getting an absolute tonking. We've come away at 2-0, not played as bad as we have in the last few games. And everyone's got us like not winning a game till January, February. Put us in the top 10. Like, gee, come on. We're going a bit OTT here.
No, I don't think we're going a bit OTT. I think
I think we are. I think we're panicking on a game we all said we were losing anyway.
I think it's not just this game that I think people are thinking of, Mike. It's 7 now. Do you know what I mean? And this is
7 games in
unprecedented.
the bounce.
It is. It's unprecedented. So I can understand why.
So if we win on Wednesday night, we're going to win the league again. So I mean,
No.
we've got to be careful doing it here.
No. And I honestly, Mike, even if we were to win Wednesday night, I don't think most fans would all of a sudden think we're back and firing. Do you know what I mean? But Forest are a good team right now. And I'm looking at the moment, I'm just thinking, can we scrape a win? Can we scrape a draw? It doesn't feel like we can win the game. And that's just because of the last 7 games, Martin. I'm not just basing my opinion on today.
Do you think that that's possibly part of the problem, that this is unprecedented? There's a lot of players in the team who've never lost this much.
And that's what I said to begin with earlier, Fee. Like,
massive
you have to
crisis.
remember, a lot of these players are total winning. You know, they've won the Premier League 6 times. A lot of them, they've won the Champions League, the FA Cup. you know, these are winning players that we've got in our squad. You know what I mean? So I think it is that we're 7 on the bounce. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and also the amount of criticism that they're facing online. I can't, you know, I think people do forget they're human and they're going to be absorbing all of this. Like Martin kept saying about Pep when he was renewing his contract. Do you not think he's going to see all this? They do see it. You know, they do see it, and it's going to be affecting them and it's going to be getting to them. And of course it's going to, if something's going on in your life, it affects your job sometimes. It's the same. And the problem is you've got at least 11 of them sat there who are all feeding that vibe off each other. And it just feels like everyone's gone, you know, oh, forget it all. We're written off. That's it. It's
that's my issue. It's going A to Z now. We've gone from A to Z.
Yeah.
We've gone from being the title favourites 5 games in to suddenly we're now the worst team in the world. It's not even looking at it in an objective way anymore. We've allowed everyone to get in with the noise. We've allowed it. There's people genuinely saying sack Pep right now. City fans saying sack Pep.
But there are always going to be those people, Martin. But I think most City fans with a level head are going to turn around and go.
But I don't know who's got level heads anymore, Ozzy. This is my point.
I don't believe that, Martin. You only have to look at the away crowd. They're all on their feet.
Yeah, and the away crowd, I've spoke to many of them. We're quite proud of that today. Some of them were happy. It was a big improvement in past performance, and everyone else is saying it's a bag of shit.
Because it was, Martin. That's not
in your opinion of that, and that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. Other people won't see it that way. You can look at me like that all you want, Ozzy.
No, but you can't turn around, Martin, and go.
Tottenham was far worse than that, Ozzy. Far worse than that.
I'm not disagreeing with it. What I'm saying, Martin, is that it's still not a good result. It's not. You know.
What was your prediction before today?
You already know my prediction.
Right, so why are you doing the thing now then? When you expect anyway?
No, I didn't expect. I hoped for a draw.
Martin, I was receiving text messages from inside the ground. Why are we keep on passing it back?
That was off Cade. It was off one person.
Who?
That was off Cade. I've spoken with Big Steve, who says we thought he had a lot of fight today. A lot more fight than we've had in recent weeks. I spoke with Luke, who thought it was a much better performance today. There are people there who thought it was a much better performance. No one's saying it's perfect, but it's this top 10 was shit. Pep out. This play. People, go and get this in January. Go and do this in January. Do you know why Pep held 6 fingers up to Liverpool? Because we won 6 league titles. So we go a season, we don't win one. Pick your bottom lip off the floor, everyone, and let's back the boys. Because on Wednesday night, they need us. But you've given up the ghost, Alan. You've handed in your pension and given up and said we're not winning till Feb. Give it all up.
KDB's finished.
Go on, Fee.
I was just going to say, I think you're right, Martin. But I don't know, Ozzy, but I think you're sort of trying to say, well, in the grand scheme of things, it's not good enough. Not in our current form. You're talking scheme of things. It's still not good enough to lose 7 on the bounce. And of course that's because of current form. But you're right in what you're saying, and so's Martin. It's a weird one, isn't it, at the minute? Because everybody's right in their own way, but it's still fact remains is where we are in the table and the results. And speaking for myself.
I totally agree with Mike. It's not the point where we need to just say sack Pep, get rid of 10 players. And, I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is that over the last 7 games, it is bad. There are bad results, and not one of them is good because they're all losses apart from 1 draw. And for this team, for this club, it's an anomaly that hasn't happened ever. And that's how it feels. It just feels at the moment that if it had been a couple of losses and then we were getting through maybe with a draw here and there or snatching a win, that's different. But right now, in this current time, this is just how it feels to a lot of City fans, that it's at this point where some of them are going way over the top, and some of them are kind of like, yeah, it's shit, it's not good, but it is what it is, and we'll get through it. And we back all of our players and manager and club to the hilt.
Yeah.
I know that's where I am.
Yeah.
So,
Same. Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, listen, are we in bad form? 1000%. Is it acceptable? No. But the thing is, and maybe it's just me as a person, I've always said, pissing and moaning about it ain't going to help anyone.
No.
Ain't going to do anything.
no,
And
we
people
can't
are
get frustrated and angry.
I understand that, Ozzy, but at the end of the day, I get people are angry and they're frustrated. I totally understand that. But at the end of the day, there's nothing we can do about it. I know we all feel like we can. And there's this belief of, get rid of 5 players in Jam, bring 5 players in, this, that, and the other. It's not that easy. People think it is, but it really isn't. Really isn't. Yes, Kyle Walker's coming to the end. We know that. But you can do nothing till January. The reason he has to play is because Rico Lewis ain't trusted at right back at the minute. The reason Akanji can't go right back is because John Stones is not fit. So there are reasons to why we can't change things at the minute. People on about, personally, I thought Gundogan shouldn't have come off today. I thought he was doing a lot better today, Gundogan.
Was, yeah.
And then we took him off.
Yeah. I think Bernardo should have been the one to come off, or Rico.
But my thing is, people say, let's go. All I heard all week was, let's go pragmatic. Pep needs to stop this out and out. Let's go football. Let him go a bit more pragmatic. So he does today. Hang on, Alan. He does today, makes it more narrow, and then everyone pisses and moans about the starting lineup then.
Well, as soon as you saw Rico in midfield, were you worried?
But who else you playing there, Alan?
Nunes.
Have you seen Nunes with ball control, Alan?
He
knocks the ball 5 yards in front of him.
Mate, he's better than Rico playing 2-yard passes backwards and forwards. Sideways.
Right, when you play in a Pep midfield, you have to have close ball control. Nunes does not have close ball control. What Nunes wants to do is knock the ball 2, 3, 4 yards in front and run. Can't do that.
Well, in that case, he's got to go in January.
To where, Alan? Who are you selling him to? Don't say Saudi. Christ, no. Saudi one more time. I'm going to throttle someone.
Mate, he's not good enough for us. He proved that in the first half.
Well, Alan, according to you, no one's good enough.
Nunes is nowhere near good enough.
Right. So, Alan, out of the squad we've got, who is good enough? Because you said KDB's finished, Walker's finished, Nunes ain't good enough. You said Doku ain't good enough. You said Haaland's not doing. You said Foden's shit. I'm running out of hands here, mate. I wear I can't put players anymore.
Foden doesn't look himself at the moment. Nowhere near.
So, Alan, who are you? Again, are you a politician? You want? This is what I'm saying. You've gone baby out with the bathwater now. 10 out, 10 in.
I wanted to say. I wanted to see who was capable of handling Liverpool, right? They're the top of the league. They're the best side in the country at the moment,
right?
And 90% of our players are nowhere near at that level. Nowhere near.
What do you mean nowhere near that level?
They're not that level.
Right. They've run out, Alan. The 1-4 on the bounce have run out of energy. It is what it is.
They're done. You've got to replace them all.
He's going to, isn't he?
But all, right. This all. Give me the list, Alan. You're saying all. Name me one football team in history that has done 10 out, 10 in. Name them, man.
Chelsea weren't far off it, Martin.
And look how much the basket case Chelsea are.
Yeah, but they are improving.
So you want to do the Chelsea model?
No.
You need new owners then, Ozza. Because Khaldoon Al-Mubarak is not doing the Chelsea model. He thinks it's the biggest joke in the world.
Don't put words into my mouth, Martin. You said, give me an example. I'm giving you a bit of an example.
You're giving me a silly one, though. You're giving me Chelsea.
Well, because let's be honest, Chelsea did do that. They, got rid of Harry players and brought God knows how many players in.
But don't forget, Ozzy, it took Chelsea 4 years to finish in the top 10. Our fans can't take one season of finishing not winning the league. Never mind finishing 10th. You think they're taking 4 years of finishing 10th?
We're lucky to finish 10th.
That's not what I said. So
No, but this is what I'm saying. I don't know what people want.
no, I think where you have to be pragmatic and obviously there are a number of players that have to go and their replacements have to come in. Now one, two at a very push in January. I agree, it's very unlikely, but at least one. And in the summer is where you bring a lot more in, where that's 3, 4. I don't know. It all depends on, again, like you said, with sales and whether we're going to keep as many kids on the bench as we currently are that aren't doing anything. That has to be addressed. So it's all about really. It may take a couple of summers to kind of completely rebuild where we need all positions, but it's the club's fault in some respects for not doing the right deals for the last 2 transfer windows. More should have been done last summer. We can argue the toss about that, but it does feel that's what's happened is we haven't properly planned for the succession after the treble and then the 4-peat. We are where we are. There's not a lot we can do about it. It's just the way it is. But I'm looking forward to Tone. Look like he's up for it. So come on, Tone.
Right. So I'm just. By the way,
watch along.
In the chat tonight. Yeah, you were watching LB's watch along and not ours. Cheers for the support, Alan. Just a quick one. Cheers for that support, Alan. We all know which side your bread's buttered on, mate. You're the one who gives me our channel bullshit, mate.
What?
Can't got your tongue. Can't got your tongue. Hey.
No.
Anyway,
Hey,
Tone, come on.
I
watched you at half time.
Turn quicker than milk, you Alan.
It was
Turn
shit.
quicker than milk.
Our players are
Quicker than
fucking
milk,
old,
you sunshine.
and they're finished.
Whichever way the wind blows.
They're finished,
Anyway,
Martin.
So,
They're finished.
Alan, the list I've got here. So I've got Walker out, Grealish out, KDB out, Bernardo out. There's 4. Right. I'm going to tot all this up, by the way. And then when we get to the end, you're going to realise how silly this all sounds. Good evening, Tone. How are you, mate?
Good evening, Martin. Good evening, panel. You all good?
Yeah. All good.
Thanks, Tone. You?
Yeah, bloody flying, mate. Bring on Wednesday. I'm already ready for Wednesday.
Positive, I'm not being fake positive, mate. I will support how I want to support. You support how you want to support, mate.
Yeah, I will support the way I want to support. And if I call it out that we played shit, I fucking will say it.
Yeah. And we did, right? I haven't seen the earlier show because I've been watching something else with Marie. But the first 20 was as bad, in my view, as bad as we've been under Pep. It was certainly in that group, the first 20 minutes. Second half was a bit better. But I think it was a bit better because Liverpool sat back. They let us come at them and then hit them on the counter and waited for the mistake, which eventually did come and killed the game. Liverpool really, 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 really good, really impressive. I thought they were very, very good. City were not very, very, very good at all. I thought Bernardo's awful again, sad to say. Walker switching off in the first 20 again. Walker improved a bit in the second half. Haaland getting pissed off, don't blame him up front. Nunez didn't really do much. Doku played really well, actually. I thought when he come on, I thought Doku did well. He showed. He was one of the only ones who thought, do you know what, we've got a chance here. He was the only one who took positive steps. The rest did not. I didn't think really much at all. That said, I'm still not discounting us completely from the title. I know other people will say I'm talking bollocks. I know other people say I'm deluded. And I know other people say I'm a happy clapper and all the other shite. Don't care. I still think we have a chance, minimal as it is.
I agree.
Come back. It's the 1st of December. It is 4 wins off. And people say, oh, you think Liverpool lose 5 games? I think Liverpool will draw and lose games. And I think City, I'm not saying City will win the league. I'm just saying they have a chance. And anyone that says they've got a 0% chance, in my view, is discrediting the team and Pep and what they've done before. I know there are question marks. I get it. We're not playing well. We're on an awful run. I still can't discount this team, and especially Pep. I cannot do it. I cannot say to you, we absolutely cannot win the league. I just can't do it. Anyway, sorry, that's my bit. Thank you.
Just need to do some of these. Adam, thank you for renewing your membership. For the 13th month, you are a superstar. And then Tone was going to give 30 memberships, but we got beat. So we got dropped to 5.
I thought it was 20.
No, he said 30. He said 50 actually to me earlier on a WhatsApp. No, man.
Did that?
So yeah, he said 50 to me.
What a time.
It's the way I read it. It's the way I read it. You said to me, have fun at the Club World Cup. This flight's on me. Here's 100 memberships.
No, I know.
They gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to do the 20, 30, 50, whatever it was.
Don't worry about it.
If we won, I did put clearly if we won. But I did put 5 out. We lost.
No, mate, I'm joking. I appreciate it. As always.
More than you believe. More than you believe, I'm happy.
And then look serious with the £2 super chat. Thank you. Let's not be disingenuous, City bad in all aspects. See, this is my thing. How am I being disingenuous? I am allowed my opinion. This gets lost in people at the moment, right? If you want me to come on here and go, City is shit, sell 50 players, then you're at the wrong channel, because I'm not going to do that. It's not the way I am as a person. It's not the way I am as a fan. I didn't do it in 1997 and 98 or 99 when we were really shit. And I get the club has changed and we're a different club. But anyone thinking Pep out tomorrow, he's off to the job centre, this player out, that player out. Sorry. Because on Wednesday night, if we beat Forest 5-0, you'll all be back in, who's ever chat going, oh, we're back. We're back. You'll be doing the Man United thing. We're back. City, you're back. City, you're back. Because Alan will do it. I know he will. City, you're back. City, you're back.
I think we'll get a beat on Wednesday night.
What I'm saying is can we not do the A to Z? These players are not just shit overnight. They're going through bad form. That's what's happened. They have come to the end of a cycle. They have just won 4 leagues on the bounce. If any team is entitled to a season off, it is us. Sorry, toxic positivity, happy clapper, whatever you want. But we're in a relegation fight. We're not finishing in the top 10. We're going to sell every single player in the squad. Like, come on.
And we're not rebuilding in January. I can guarantee you that.
Start, but it ain't happening all at once, Tyrone.
Correct, Ozzy. I've seen 4, 5, 6 on there. One of my friends on one of the other channels.
You want negativity? Go to LB's chat. LB's loving a bit of negativity in a minute. Nip over there. He'll enjoy it at 10 o'clock.
I was on his pre-match, and the bloody hell, the chat. Christ.
I heard you and LB on the chat. Jesus, thought we were in for a 10-0 tonking.
No, I was all right. Bloody LB.
He's dropped my Edison. My Edison's been dropped.
No. I must admit, I texted him as soon as I saw the lineup. I texted him when Edison dropped. And he was not happy.
No,
everyone wanted pragmatic City. Pep goes pragmatic, everyone loses their mind.
I did say I wanted Ortega. I was very happy.
I was happy with Ortega, and he did bloody. If he weren't for him, it would have been 10-0.
Right, but we can't win every season. This is what I said. We were never going to win 5 leagues on the bounce, 6 leagues on the bounce, 7 leagues on the bounce. When did it end? It had to end at some point. It's just we've hit the limit. It is what it is. Whether it's poor recruitment or whatever, I personally think it's part down to Pep. why we didn't do a lot in the summer, because I think Pep just didn't want to. No, Pep hadn't committed by then. Cheeky was going. They didn't know what. I'm excited for the future. Hugo Viana, a refresh Pep. I'm excited for the damn future. I am.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Why not? I'm getting caught. A couple of people in the chat saying, "Oh, he's positive and it's only positive." I literally said about 5 minutes ago it's the worst 20 minutes under Pep, and we didn't play that well all game. I didn't think, and we only got into the game because Liverpool sat back.
Ozzy's going now to do a little bit of therapy. He's got a drop. He's going to go and have. He's going to go and have 5 minutes of just having, in a dark room in a dark space. Cheers, mate.
Thanks, guys.
See you,
Always a
Ozzy.
pleasure. I'll catch you all soon, I'm sure.
Take care, Ozzy.
Ozzy, thanks for speaking sense tonight, mate. I agree with you.
Since most of the time, Alan, it's you that I worry about. Always a pleasure, Alan. See you soon.
See you, mate.
Oh dear. Right. So by the way, right, I forgot to go through the City squad, didn't I? I was going to go through the Manchester City squad, and we'll just do it. I don't mind it, because I tell you what, Jesus, we've got some. Craig, party time in the chat. Get ready, mate. Get your list. Just get your list up, because this is going to be a fun one. Are you ready? Right. Scott Carson, keep or sell.
Who are you asking?
Anyone. We'll start with the panel and then into the chat. Right. Fee, Carson, keep or sell.
Coach.
Sentimentality or not?
No. Take sentimentality out.
Well, sell, but you've got to replace with a British, haven't you? Potentially.
Okay. Edison, keep or sell.
Keep. What bloody keep?
Yeah,
him?
keep.
Okay. So we've got Carson gone. Yeah. Edison, I think will go.
I do as well.
Ortega.
Hang on, Martin. Are you saying what we want or what we think the club will do?
What do you think will happen?
Oh, Edison. Yeah, no, I think he'll go. Yeah.
Where you at with
I'd keep him.
Ortega?
100%.
Stay go.
Keep.
Right, Alan,
think
right,
he'll
a
go.
Kanja. I'm presuming everyone's keeping a Kanja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hang on. Are we saying Ortega? So you're saying what City will do in the summer, Ortega?
No, because Alan earlier on, about 20 minutes ago, named about 9 players to go. There was 9 of them gone. 9 of them. And they weren't.
Are you saying who you'd keep or who you think will go? What are you asking us like?
Well, a bit of both. But let's do a bit of both. Otherwise, we're going to bit of both.
Okay.
Is anyone, Alan, are you keeping a Kanja?
Yeah.
Nathan Acker?
Yes.
He was
Right.
good.
Ruben Diaz?
Yeah,
Yes.
keep.
Gavardio. Now, remember, you said he was total
Definitely.
trash the other day, Alan. You told me he was a bag of shit.
Keep.
Keep as a centre half.
Keep us. I like it.
Okay.
Rico Lewis.
That's a toss.
Fee, I saw you.
Toss of a coin. Toss of a coin.
By the way, Alan wanted to keep him 3 weeks ago because he was a Radcliffe board. Now, I'm not saying anything because I love Rico. You keep following me, son. You keep following me, Rico.
I
It
love
depends
Rico,
on-
but is he good? Is he good? Is he good enough long term? I don't know. He's had a lot of experience now. I don't know. I'm
He's not
torn on
midfielder.
Rico.
I'm with Steve. He's not a midfielder, he's a fullback.
He's not a frigging fullback at the minute.
Drop him then.
Drop him. Right, he's unfollowing you then.
City will keep him. There's no way he's going while Pep's here. No way.
John Stones.
I think you've got to sell. Too injury prone at this point.
But you
he's
keep
great.
Acker. But you keep Acker. Interesting.
Yeah,
I
I would.
And they're both as injury prone.
Yeah.
Stones, go. Stones goes.
He's our best defender when he's fit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like 15% of the time, isn't it? So
Long for Rico. Can't sell him. Right, so just to let you all know, you've now got rid of 4 homegrown players.
No, I knew you were
You're
gonna
about
go
to hit
for
my
it.
problem. No, but Tone, this is the problem because this is my thing earlier on. I saw it. We got linked with Wharton. We got linked with Eze. Everyone had a meltdown. Wharton's not good enough. What we're doing with Eze? If you are going to sell 4, 5, 6 English players or homegrown, you are going to have to buy some of those.
Well, in that case, I'd sell Ake and keep Stones because them two are on a level for me.
No, Rick,
Ake's homegrown.
making a part of the thing, though.
Ake's homegrown.
Ake's homegrown.
Hang on. Ake's homegrown. He did all his youth at Chelsea.
I know he's homegrown. That's what I'm saying.
Oh God! Well, that's even worse.
This is, by the way, we haven't even got to the Grealish situation yet, or the or where we're going out. This is the problem I'm saying to everyone.
The thing is with Wharton, though, Martin, right, is people sit here in a position where they need somebody that is ready to come in and have the most chance of coming in and succeeding. Is Wharton that level now? Or ready to even play? Would Pep start Wharton above Gundo and Bruyne even now? Not sure.
The problem is, though, Tone, are you building a first team or building a squad? Because all I hear is squad rebuild.
Squad fine, but if our team's desperate right now because of Rodri's out, bringing Wharton, I'm not saying don't buy him. I'm just saying you need someone to come in running. I'm not sure he's that one. Edison and Zubimendi's probably more along the line of someone who.
No, that's fine. But you sold McAtee as well, by the way.
Yeah.
You sold Grealish. You sold Carson. Sold Ake. Sold Stones. You see where I'm going here? Yeah. And everyone's now set up, and Rico's been loaned out. So there's 7 homegrown gone.
Busy summer, mate. Busy summer.
This is what nobody is understanding. You can't then just fill your homegrown with academy.
Just keep going, Martin, please.
This is what I'm saying.
I've got to make a phone call.
Kyle Walker gone. Oh, sorry. We're at 8 now. Kyle Walker gone. Oscar Bob Allen, keep.
Keep all day long.
Bruyne, gone.
Oh, yeah, gone.
Doku.
Yeah. Oh, stay.
50-50.
Right, can I just respond? Toxin, yes, we're okay now. Not when you're selling about 6 of them, though. We're looking in the future, Toxin Blue, because what I'm saying is, right now, yes, we're okay. Think when you sold 6 or 7 of them, Toxin Blue, because you're only allowed 17 non-homegrown players. This is the part everyone's forgot. I'm not saying now, I'm saying in the future.
I think it's more like no one's forgot. I think it's more a case of, well, who's good enough to replace these homegrown players? That's
but nobody wants Wharton. Nobody wants Eze.
No,
this is the problem. When we get linked with an English player, nobody wants him.
Yeah.
I would.
English players are overrated, mate.
But Alan, we're in England. Breaking news to you, mate.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, but they don't have to be English to be homegrown.
No, they don't. Musiala's class is homegrown. But Alan, don't do that about English players.
All right, okay, go.
They don't start that.
Keep going.
I think Eze's a good player. Eze's a good player. Why is he definitely not a good player?
Jeremy Doku.
Keep.
Alan wants to sell. I can see it.
Go on, Alan. Go on.
Alan's looking guilty.
Right, stop. What do you mean? Sorry, no, I'm stopping it now. Martin Homegrown isn't just English. Never said it was. I've just said it. We don't want English. What do you mean we don't want English? What's this? We don't. This is my point at the minute. What's this? We don't want English. 12 tits.
Doesn't matter where they're from if they can play.
What is this? We don't want English.
Oh, dear me.
You don't get a choice in it, prodigal fraudster. You don't get a choice, mate.
Prodigal fraudster.
This is my point. English players are just shit. They are. Then I'm sorry, breaking news to you all. You need to go and support another football team now. Because Arsenal have to have so many. United have to have so many. Why do you think Arsenal got Declan Rice, Saka and all them? Why do you think United have kept Rashford for all these years?
I'm just laughing at House Captain's comment there. I love a full
This
English.
is what I mean. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What are people doing? It honestly, this is what I mean. People have flipped the lids. They flip the lids.
But are we saying, these people are saying English players? What are we saying? All English players are shit?
Yeah, they basically don't want any English players.
That's been waiting to come out for a long time.
He is homegrown. Came out of the Chelsea Academy, apparently.
Yeah, he did.
Apparently he did. That's what I've read anyway.
Yeah, he did.
Who's the 8 homegrown we've got at the moment? We have got Scott Carson, Nathan Acker, Rico Lewis is not full. I don't know where he's at. John Stones, Kyle Walker, Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, James McAtee, Calvin Phillips is out on loan. And then we've got down. So you can have, but we've got 17. You can have, the rule is 25-man squad, up to 17 foreign players or non-homegrown. I'm going to word the word better. Non-homegrown. But if you want a bigger squad, you've got to use what they class as homegrown, which is academy-trained players for 3 years minimum. Which is why Haaland doesn't get classed as homegrown, because he was born in Leeds. It's not where you were born, it's where you were trained for 3 years.
But Musiala was at Saints as well, by the way, just to say.
Was it? Oh, you'd know that.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's right now we're okay. I'm saying if you're selling all the players, because all anyone wants to sell are the English lads. Grealish, Stones. They're the only ones anyone ever gives you.
I thought you were going to say Foden for a minute.
No, and we finally got to the crux of it is many don't want English players.
Oscar Bob's homegrown as well.
Oscar Bob's homegrown, yes. No, is that? Yeah, I think he is actually.
Yep.
No, we will have to do with some. We're going to have to do with some prodigal, whether you like that or not.
Well,
use your academy then.
Yeah, well, we have to buy homegrown players is the better way.
Yes, which is generally, but a bigger percentage I'm talking our English. There's a reason we've got Kyle Walker, Jack Grealish and all them, mate, John Stones and all them. Right, Ipswich, you say most of us know how it works, then why does everyone moan about it then? It's all right you saying that, Ipswich, but then you moan about the rules.
There's a great shout in the chat, Buxton.
Ipswich, if you're going to be like that, mate, I'm just going to block you. Because have your opinion, but if you're going to be like that, I'm just going to block you, mate. Simple as.
What are you talking about?
Martin just picking out the minority as per, when I haven't.
Oh, dear me.
Oh,
God.
They didn't complain about English players the last few years. Yes, Frimpong would be classed as homegrown. You are right.
Yeah, you would.
So that's what I'm saying. You've got to be careful about where you shop and how you shop.
So would Livramento.
The reason Rice was 105 million was the homegrown rule.
Livermento's a great little player.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he's
how'd you get him out? How'd you get him out of Newcastle? Anything under 80 million?
You don't now, do you?
And then, like you said, you've got Bernardo, who I think probably needs to go. Calvin Phillips, you can't get a buyer for. Mateus Nunes, you need a buyer. McAtee is going to be Palace, but then you look at a Wharton or an Ezzy sort of swap. People might want to sell Kovacic. People want to sell Gundogan. I'm at 9 players.
Yeah. I think that's what it'll be over 2 summers. I do.
No. They want it all this summer.
Oh, no, it won't be that.
See, I like this one from Craig. What would you have, Kyle Walker-Peters? I like him. I used to love him as a footballer.
He's not good enough. Sorry, no.
It's too lightweight.
Yeah, he's not good. He's not that good at Saints.
It's too lightweight.
You know, only thing with that, Craig, I think that might be 2 years too late. If that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah,
2 years ago, he was cooking.
I first saw him at the MCG playing for Tottenham all those years against Roma, and he was skillful and quick, but he's too lightweight, mate. He's like
Jay,
a Sean Wright.
I wasn't, mate, because I've had a season ticket since the 1980s, mate. So try again.
Martin threatened to go and support Oldham if they went in the Super League. If City went in the Super League, that's what I went down to bar. I said that.
I was an. Look, he said it. I was an Oldham fan. I really wasn't, mate. Sorry to burst your bubble, mate. So keep cover. This is the thing. I understand. I think the point I'm trying to make is I understand everyone is frustrated and everyone's upset. But what we're doing is we're going to sell 8-9 players, bring 8-9 players in. It's not going to happen in one sub. It's not. I wish it did. I wish it was. Listen, nobody wants City to bang 600 million down on the table more than me. Ask Tony, put it in the private messages. I'd love it.
Yep, I'm there.
But you want me to come on and go 600 million? We're going to get rid of 9 players, bring 9 in. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, but
not in one window.
But Martin, we had this all last summer when we used to go on LB doing the transfer stuff, and we said the same thing all summer. We both got a ton of shit for it. We said at that time it would be 2 or 3 at max unless players go. What happened? We got 2 or 3 in because no one left. Right? That is exactly what had happened. Whereas some of the others on Twitter, the bigger accounts, are saying,
I'm getting rid of it, trust, because they're not adding anything to the chat, but just being abusive to people. Interest is put no shit. Yeah, well, you go and have your shit somewhere else, mate. Grow up.
We'll be fine.
You know, I don't anything to the chat, but you just want to go and be abusive. No shit. Well, that adds a lot, mate. Thanks for your analytical point of view there.
I'm all for bringing back our Taylor Bellis, though.
That's true.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's a good player, Alan.
I'm all for bringing him back. He's English as well, and his own grub was obviously one of our lads. He's a City fan.
But Callum Doyle, he'll be back with us. He actually costs us nothing. Get him back. He gets in the first team squad. Why not?
Listen, good. Craig Party Time says it all the time, as Tone, as everyone. No one would give people enough pride. Craig would love to come in this chat and go, we're gonna bank 700 million down. But we live in a reality of what do you want to do? So don't get the panic. Everyone is so emotional. And I get it. 7 games without a win. That is shit.
Yeah.
Absolute shit.
Yep.
Do you know who I'd get? I'd get Lewis Hall from Newcastle if I could.
I don't rate him. I'll be honest, I don't see it at all.
Oh,
no,
I do.
I just don't.
I really do.
Livramento, definitely. Bruno G, good player. Isaac, good player. I do not see it with Lewis Hall. I just can't. Don't know.
See, I think you're saying over 3 summers. I think it could be over 2 summers. I think we could maybe do it over 2 summers. It's whether we do it over. See, I'd like Lewis Hall, but the problem is Newcastle are trying to build.
Yeah, correct.
Why would Newcastle, when they're trying to build into the Champions League, sell their best players to us? Like Coffey, he was a Newcastle fan. Livramento and Lewis Hall definitely no. You're not going to go decimate another team's squad out.
Especially if we get the wrong side of 115, mate. It all depends on that. It all depends on it.
You can do it over January in 2 summers. Spot on, LD. You can do it over that. It's just people are just going to have to just relax at the minute. I know it's hard.
Yeah.
Do you think Alan's flipped out and sold 90% of the squad tonight?
Well, KDB can go for me. Foden's a massive concern for me.
So Foden's a concern now. He's not having a bad season. He's now a concern.
He's a concern, mate, because I don't see the real Phil Foden there. square ball and backwards passing. That's all he's doing.
I would love him. But again, I don't know if he can.
All day long. All day long, Robertson for Fulham.
From an
Great player.
attacking point of view.
Oh, yeah. Brilliant player.
Yeah, but can he defend?
I'm going to have to get Martin. I'm going to make a phone call to the hospital. Then I'm on another show. So
yeah, no, I'm on it with you. You're going on your favourite show, aren't you, Alan?
Yeah,
your favourite YouTuber.
Yeah, I'm going to make a phone call because my brother-in-law's in hospital. So,
well, I'm still waiting to know about tomorrow night, as others are, mate.
Yeah, well, I'm still waiting to find out. I'll find out at 5 o'clock when I pick him up.
All right. Well, the show might not be happening tomorrow now, then, everyone.
Yeah.
Sadly, we did. We had a really good show planned for tomorrow night. It looks like
I'll ask him. His daughter played for Australia last night.
I know, but I'm not sure. I'll talk to you afterwards. I don't think other people can leave it that late, mate.
I know.
I've got a plan. But anyway, right. Take care, Alan.
Take care, Alan.
Bye.
See you, guys.
Leave the Toon players alone.
See you, Alan.
Newcastle don't want to sell their players.
Yeah, the big thing for Newcastle is keeping Gordon as well, which proves that they've got intent still and they believe in their project, if you want to call it that. So, yeah, it's going to be difficult to get anyone out there.
Yeah, it will. And especially Livramento and Hall, because I think they're so up and coming. You know, they can see what they've got in those two.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not getting Cole Palmer out for 100 million, mate.
Yeah, no. Foden, I've got zero concerns over Phil Foden. It is those around him. Phil Foden is carrying the enormous weight of creation in that team. Today's lineup, in my view, was a cowardly team. I didn't like it. I said it on LB show. I just thought it was a team that just went nope. So yeah, no, I don't see it. Foden is not to blame for any of this. None of it at all.
Judge Bellis not good enough.
Sorry, my husband just popped around the door and said, "Keep your hands up."
Keep you up? Oh,
He just put his head round and went, "No, don't you?"
Like that's just Pedro Porro. The problem is with Porro, would Tottenham sell to City?
No.
No. What's his name? Levy won't.
Levy hates us. You think he didn't pick a phone up about Harry Kane? You think he's picking up the phone for Porro? I know this is going to be a shock, but some people don't like City. Yeah, I know that, mate. I know there are people from LB's chat who don't like me, and they come in here to be just to be nasty, and that's fine. It is what it is.
It's not fine, Martin.
They're going to love me in 10 minutes when I'm on LB show, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, you on LB? Oh, you and Alan. Yeah, you and Alan are on. Who else is on there? Do you know?
I don't know. Pedro, I wasn't going to go on, but LB has literally begged me to go on. I did tell him no. For the reason Iptris was. Pedro Porro is not homegrown. He wasn't in City Academy exactly. And the trouble is, Daniel Levy is not going to just give Porro to City very easily. And this is what people have got to start realising is people have got to be careful. I know people are upset. I know they're angry. I know that some are seeing things they never saw. I know we're a different club. And I agree with it all. The problem is he's getting all these players in. You've got to get Jack Grealish out. He's on 300 grand, contracted till 2027. Kovacic, contracted till 2027. Kovacic, 2028, Nunes. Kovacic, 2027. It's what you're going to have to do is cancel Kyle Walker's contract. If you want Gundogan out, you're going to have to cancel his contract. You're going to have to start cancelling contracts.
Yeah.
And do you know why people, and I get it, because I'm hitting you with the reality of the situation. And sometimes the reality hurts people, I get it. But that's the situation we're in. I've said it 1,000 times. I'd love to come in here and say 600 million, let's go, bang, bang, bang. I'd have a whale of a time. But what do? You can't. We've put ourselves in this bloody situation. We've got to get ourselves out. It just may not be as quick as some are believing it will be.
The problem, excuse me, Martin, the problem is you get the realistic people who say this sort of thing about the transfers, and we think it'll be a busy summer. But the problem is you get the wild ones, as I call them, before every window. And it's just started now. Some of the popular ones are starting to throw out 5, 6, 4, 5 in Jan. It's not happening. And then 6, and then we spent record-breaking amounts in the summer. And that's the problem. We had it all last summer, same people doing it. And that's the problem, is people jump to that side. And anyone that's against it, perhaps being more realistic, gets hammered. And that's where it happens.
Yeah. We don't agree with me. Listen, I don't want anyone to agree with me. Agree or don't agree. Fine with me. Martin hates to criticise the club. It's not yours, Martin. It's not personal. What do you mean? What do you mean Martin hates criticism? It's not yours. Fine.
It's all of ours. That's why we feel passionate about it.
So everyone's mate.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you're doing that for. And anything with Manchester City, I do take personal, main road, but I do take personal when it's City. How City allows Tottenham to get Pedro Porro? Because City are not nasty like other clubs. City are a bit soft with that. Yeah, look at it. Danny Ings. Remember when the Danny Ings rumour come up? Everyone lost the shit.
Porro's not homegrown as well, by the way.
So there you go.
Is John Duran still playing well?
He's just signed a new contract. You're not getting him out for anything less than 70 million.
He's doing
like him,
lately. Yeah, I do, but I think he's been quite quiet. But then Villa have been pretty poor. They're like 12th.
Yeah, they've dipped, haven't they? Yeah.
That's crazy. I saw them asking for his head, Emery's head, and it's like, what?
Yeah, the thing is, you may have to do it. You have to cancel the contracts, yes, but you still got to pay them off, mate. You've still got to pay them off. So if you cancel Grealish's contract, that's 300 grand a week for 3 years.
You can't cancel Grealish's contract.
You cancel Bernardo's contract, that's 300 grand a week on 2 years. That still does go on your PSR, mate.
Yeah, and we need Grealish for midfield, in my opinion, at the minute.
What would a realistic do? Do you know what? Sad thing is suck it up and just go with what we can at the moment. That's all we can do. Because like Tone says, anyone expecting 4, 5, 6 signings in January, you're in for a shock.
1 or 2.
I would say more 2 now. And that's not without Echeverria, if we can get Pingo.
You think McAtee will go?
Only if you can get Ezzy or Wharton out at the same time. I think that's the only way you get McAtee out. So, if they're doing Ezzy or Wharton. But again, people will go mad and say, don't want Ezzy, don't want Wharton. Because we're now at this situation where everyone only wants a certain type of player. So, like, KDB replacement has to be Musiala Roberts. That is it. That is all where the fan base are accepting. And then you're putting yourself in a problem.
Yeah. Well, yeah, okay.
And listen, the club, you know this, would love Musiala, they'd love Havertz.
Oh, yeah, wouldn't they just? Wouldn't we all?
Musiala's likely to renew at Bayern Munich. He's likely to renew at Bayern Munich, and then you're down Havertz. No, listen, I know not everyone does. The majority are not very keen. This year, Phillips, Walker, Gundogan, and KDB will be out the door this summer, and Edison, if he doesn't sign a new deal, not many others will go. With CDM, Echeverria, and McFarlane in January, possibly right back. So there you go. That's summertime. Gundogan will have to cancel that contract, I'm guessing, because he will have played enough games to get his auto renewal, I'm presuming.
Yeah, because the auto renewal kicks in, though, doesn't mean he's definitely staying.
My only thing with that is, why would they offer him the coaching role and then take it away from him?
Yeah.
Because you obviously promised him something.
coaching.
Yeah, then that's the plan of it.
Can I just say on Kevin De Bruyne, where people are saying he's definitely going, and he could well do, but
don't do it. Don't do it, because you'll get hate. If you're about to say what I think you're about to say, you're going to get the hate.
I'll take the hate on the chin, no worries.
Oh,
I have actually heard very weak that it is his decision. The club want him to stay.
Yeah, I knew you were going to go with it.
Yeah, the club want him here. And now, would I keep him? Probably not with the fitness. I mean, he can't even play 25 minutes or 20 minutes when we're 1-0 down at the time at Liverpool. Our best player's still on the pissing bench when he's been training 6.5 weeks. So I wouldn't, but look, I'm telling you, if Kev turned around to the club tomorrow and said, I want to stay, give me the contract, I think they'd do it. I really do. And yeah, not good. If that's true, that's not great.
Yeah. The thing is,
if you've heard that.
All right, well, there's a better one. KDB decides to stay. Does that put the end to Verts or Musiala?
Well, Musiala's not happening anyway.
Verts, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Verts. Not necessarily. No, I don't think it kills it, because De Bruyne can't play all these games. But City don't.
I'm thinking more than 400 grand a week, mate.
Well, yeah, the 400 a week is a massive problem. But if it is true that City want him to stay, that to me shows very short-sightedness from City, and it's not a good sign either. But then Viana's not in. So
right, now we know who you are, Main Road Bot. Why is knitting blocked?
Giving yourself away. Love it.
Because you're an Arsenal fan, mate.
Yeah, you are. You've been outed.
You're an Arsenal fan, and you are an abusive person who invited me and Tone over for a fight to India.
Yes.
It's a weird reason.
I was scared shitless. I haven't been able to sleep since.
You know, apparently I've got to fly to India to have a fight with you. You know what I mean? Okay, mate.
I tell you, I said to Thea Martin when I met him, I said, can't sleep. Nick's offered me a fight. I don't know what I'm going to bloody do.
Oh, is that knitting?
Yeah, it's the Arsenal fan.
He's a gooner.
What he knows about Manchester City, he could write on the back of a postage stamp, because he doesn't know anything about the football club.
Yeah.
He just knows we're better than us.
What do we do with Delap if he keeps doing well? Now he's gone. Got a buyback, but he's gone. Not on loan. And I don't see us buying him back, because my thing with Delap is we wouldn't have sold him. I don't see us we very rarely do the buybacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's someone from New York City that we're going to look at, a right back or a full back, I believe, who's coming in Jam. The standards are set. Yeah, no, it is. Listen, I agree. The standards are very, very high. But if you think you're getting a KDB renewal and then a Verts to follow in, you might not get many more signings after that then. Unless KDB takes a drastic wage cut.
Yeah.
I've been told that it's 60%, but we'll see. Get some back up for January, push top 4, and then do bits. I still think we'll finish top 4 fine. Are any of you two thinking top 4's in danger?
No.
Well, I mean, look, I still think we can win the league.
Tone says we're winning the title. He's now winning Aaron on top 4.
Yeah,
I'm shocked at you, Tone.
No, hang on. Let me explain, right? I still think we can win the league. I'm one of the few who can, right? But right now, if you're asking me right now, based on this form, is it in danger? It absolutely is. There can be question about it. But we will improve, I'm sure of that. So we'll be in the top 4, definitely, I would say.
Yeah, by the way, like you said, is Bernardo and Grealish, they won't make 300 grand a week. They're not going to cancel them.
No.
They may sell them, but then they'll cancel them. Not the 300 grand a week ones. That's the problem. No, I'll have a look at that in a minute, Dash. We're going to wrap up in a minute. I'll be happy to cancel even one deal if it helps. I'll go as far as 75 mil to write off contracts. That's 75 mil onto your PSR, then, mate. You got to put that into what you've done.
That's
All right, 75 mil.
Yeah.
Any update on the Haaland contract, says Lucas?
Haaland, yeah, he's staying. He's going to extend. But I do get the point about him. He must be pissed off at the moment. And people say, oh, he's lazy, he's not movement, all this sort of stuff. He's literally got nothing. Today at Liverpool, he had nothing at all. And he was moving as well, by the way. He did a run out to the right, literally screaming at Nunes. Nunes just ignored him. So I'd be fuming if I was Haaland. You've got the world's best striker, and we are not in any shape or form making the most of him right now. We're not doing anything to help him.
Yeah, there's no creativity coming from the midfield. When you look at last season, the difference is phenomenal. Last season, the balls were coming in from everywhere. The wings, the midfield. You know, it was just so creative, and now it's just gone. It's just all gone.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah, Craig did have an update on. Let's put an update on. Where is it? Oh, said something about it. Gundogan has a 50%. Yeah, I thought 60%. 50% auto renewal. However, there is a break clause on the contract allowing him to go if he doesn't want to stay.
I thought he was 60.
I thought it was 60, but it might be 50. He's between 56 there, but it's then up to Gundogan. He may want to stay. But again, we'll say either way, the ball's in his court. It is an auto renewal. No way KDB stays on 400 grand. I don't see him taking a wage cut when he can go and get 700 grand a week in Saudi.
Well, he was talking about generational wealth, wasn't he, not so long ago? The offer of generational wealth is tempting. So if he's talking about that in that terms, he's not going to take a cut.
No, I think he will go, but I think it is his decision. I think it will be his, and if he wants to stay, I think he may well stay. But I think he will go. If I had money on it, he'll go.
I think I'm going to do digging on this. I'm not discounting what you believe in, but I will ask. Apparently, he's saying that the club will listen to KDB and Walker in January. The Walker one I've heard about, not the KDB one. So I don't.
Gosh, don't worry about any hate you get. Just ignore him. Who cares? Sod him.
Yeah. Delap went. No, he is. Craig, the info you had shared 10 minutes ago, my own source said the exact same thing. With Delap, we have a 30 million buyer with 30% of NPs can have him back for 22 million if they're relegated. I just don't think we'll do it, mate.
I agree. And he won't. I don't think he would. Why would he want to come back to City? I can't think of a reason why I'd want it. Look where he is and how well he's playing. I think he'll do that next step to a West Ham type club, Palace or someone. And if he's successful there, climb again. For him to leave Ipswich now to go back to City would be a big, big mistake for him, in my opinion. Because he wouldn't play.
No, but I'd have Barella or Bayern. Barella's not creative though. See, I would like very good. I'd have Barella all day long, mate. I'd have Barella and Bayern. Could get them both. See, I'm playing FIFA now. I'm buying bloody 3 midfielders.
You've been on LB's show too much.
Martin, sell all the team, get players in Jan. Should go false 9 till Jan. It will be extra man midfielder. There's no creativity bar. So you're dropping Haaland? Oh, that's his renewal out the window then.
Yeah, he's not being dropped. No way. No.
Oh, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. How people are like, sell him, get rid of him.
It's like they're playing Scrabble. Switch it or change your numbers.
Yeah.
No, you know what it is? People are hurting. That's what it is. People are hurting right now. And they're upset and they're a bit hurt and they don't know what to do. They're seeing things that they don't really want to see. And I understand. And people can call me happy clappy or whatever. I've said we're out the title race. I think we're out the title race. But all we can do now is go there on Wednesday night against Forest, cheer on the boys, and back them 1,000% for me. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
I heard the support tonight was really good. I could hear it really clearly, right from the off.
There is no point. Look, after the game discussions and all this sort of stuff, fine. But you've got to move on. There's literally no point worrying about the Liverpool game when you wake up tomorrow morning. It's on to Forest, and we'll go and beat Forest. And then everyone's, way. Then we'll go and beat Palace, way. And then Juventus, way. And everyone's buzzing again. That's what you got.
That's the thing. That's you're right. And that Tone has this as well. Unless you give everyone the good news, you're a dickhead.
Correct. Yeah. That is absolutely spot on, Darsh. Yeah.
See, this is what gets me, Martin. We're a big club now. We were a big club 25 years ago. Where's this thing? City were a little club. This is what I don't understand. City were a big club back then.
Yeah, we were.
Attendance record. We won European trophies. Well, we won our European trophy. We'd won leagues. If you think City were a small club back then? No. It's like this thing of we were in League One. We were in League One for 1 year. We were one of the inaugural teams in the Premier League in 1992. I don't understand this. City are a small team. We're a small team then, or a big team now. Do you think when we went to Main Road in the 90s, we didn't have standards? Of course we did.
Oh, yeah.
We beat Spurs 5-2. We beat Everton 4-0. We beat United. We did all this.
Yeah. I was at the 5-2 Spurs one.
Paul Walsh. Jesus.
I loved Paul Walsh.
Yeah, he's terrific. Did we swap him for Jerry Craney?
Yeah, thanks. You can get lost now. But why are you doing that? Why are you bringing Jerry Craney back in?
I can only apologise.
What's he up to these days?
I don't know. We sold Paul Walsh for Jerry Craney.
He's better than Xerxes, or whatever he's called. Craney, I mean. I don't give a shite if he scored twice.
Exactly. We've always been massive. We have the record attendance of a top flight of a club in England in their own stadium. 84,000. Check it out. Sir Alan on LB where he is respected. Cheers, then, mate.
Are you sure about that? He could bloody chat. Christ.
I don't understand, Blue Chand, why you're coming in saying that, mate, 'cause I'm going to be over there in a minute. Are you saying I'm not respected?
I might try and get on LB.
I think he's saying we disrespect Alan, but we love Alan. It's all banter and it's all
banter. Do you realise, Blue Chand, I've known Alan for near enough 5-6 years. So please don't do that.
Terry Cook was good. I was at the game at the Medeski and he scored a couple, including a free kick. He was very good. He was for a little bit.
Yeah, he was all right, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Anyway, I will let you know now. Tomorrow night, some will not like this. Main Road Days is back. Nice. Main Road Days is back tomorrow night at 8:30 with a former Manchester City defender. You don't get that on LB's channel. Kiss me ass. You don't get former players on LB's channel. Kiss me rear end on that.
Can we guess who it is? Or is it a secret?
No, say it. I don't mind.
Andy Morrison?
Nope.
Ooh.
We have had Andy Morrison on here.
Nice.
Got Spencer Pryor coming on.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
And hopefully Big Steve.
Oh, nice.
So there'll be me, Big Steve, Spencer Pryor, and Alan on doing Main Road Days at 8:30 tomorrow.
I'll try to mate. Yeah,
that'll be brilliant.
Definitely Spencer Pryor's coming on. So there you go.
If I can't watch it live, I'll definitely watch the repeat.
Come on, mate, come and join in. Anyone don't mind.
Yeah, I might do.
We'll do an hour tomorrow night. Spaces Tuesday, Tone?
Yeah, Tuesday lunchtime, 12 o'clock, 12:30, somewhere around there. I'll be there, and I'll be predicting a win for Wednesday. Bong! Fee, you're welcome to join, but I know you're in the...
I'll be at work. Actually, I'm off on Tuesday, but I'm going Christmas shopping.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
So I've got
Listen,
no time.
Sam, I told you it was getting worse for better, mate. The leopard in the tree and all that.
I do think it's going to start going up now. I think we're going to start a bit of a trajectory now, I have to say. I knew it'd get worse before it got better, like you say, Martin. I think
not to be very, very rude, but who the fuck were they? Oh my God. Whoa, who's Paul Walsh? Dash, we're having a chat afterwards.
Who's Paul Walsh?
Biggest attendance outside the London. Well, out in your own stadium, Andy Fowler, because Tottenham's wasn't in their own stadium, it was in Wembley. Ours was in our own stadium against Stoke City in the Cup.
Correct. Yep.
Martin Buster Phillips, the first £10 million player
under Alan Ball.
We had Giggs once. We did have Ryan Giggs once.
We did. Fergie went around his ass, didn't he?
We had a lot of United's team in the night. You know that United's kids thing was actually City's kids thing. They just nicked them all.
Yeah, shit houses.
So you didn't know any of that, did you? You didn't know any of that? Blue Tone, a Bournemouth fan. Main Road Bot, the Arsenal fan.
Bournemouth, that's a funny one. Fair enough.
Will I allow him on a plate? Listen, I know where Alan wants to be, really. I know where Alan wants to be.
Oh.
He wants to be on here with you.
Anyway, right, I'm going to love you and leave you.
LB by his full name, by the way. Can I just say that? I love it. When he goes on LB's, he's like, listen, Lewis.
Yeah.
He loves LB. He absolutely loves LB.
I know
I am going to do a redirect over to LB's channel when I can add it. It's LB, and that's not how you spell it.
I might text him, see if I can get on with you, but he's got 5 on there. You're the 6th. How many can you get on there? You're allowed more than 6.
Who's on? I might not go on.
Steve, Lewis, Danny, Tarek, and Alan, and LB. Careful what you say, you're on cam about any of them. I don't, I'm fine with them, just to add.
Pulpy's nice. He's my mate in real life, Pulpy. I know him, but he's a good guy.
He's not on there.
Not tonight, but when he does go on, he's a really top guy. Him.
Yeah, he messages me.
Anyway, I want to say a massive thank you to Fee and to Tom.
You're welcome.
Thank you, mate.
Brady's on. Martin about to sign Big Steve to replace Alan. You damn well know it. You don't go lower, you go bigger.
Oh, poor Alan.
Poor Alan. Yeah. So LB's downgraded from me to Alan. And I've upgraded from Alan to Big Steve. Bye, Tone. No problem, mate. Take care. If you want to send the hate to me directly as usual, then don't bother because I can't reply. Same for me now. Hate me all you want, but you can all kiss me ass, haters, because I ain't going to give you I wouldn't give you the you-know-what of me you-know-what. Blue Tone's deluded. Title is on. And before we go, just to remind you, you don't have long left. You have got literally till tomorrow, 7:30. Get over, win hospitality tickets to the Manchester Derby. Massive, massive this. If not, by the way, your backup prize is 2 hospitality tickets to the Nottingham Forest game as well. So either way, your first prize is hospitality, your backup prize is hospitality, and your backup prize to your backup prize is a signed Phil Foden shirt. That just shows you how good these are. $3.95. Live draw ends is on Monday, the 2nd of December at 8:30. Competition ends at 7:30 on Monday. So go over there to footballprizes.co.uk. Tell them the Mancunian Way sent you. Lots of love. Amazing. I'll see you all over on LB in a minute. I'm the deluded one that I'll give an abuse to. I'll see you all soon. Fee and Tone. Amazing. Alan's been on. Ozzy's been on. City lose again. Don't worry, Blues. We will win on Wednesday. Come on. We're going to cut down that forest. Take care, all.